here we go with the clutch. As I mentioned before, this is the circlip pliers you need to remove it. I'm pretty sure you could just get it out with a screwdriver, but you know, try and be semi-professional as you can be. So this is the snap ring. Just push together and remove this piece, put it to one side, and then that'll give you access to this little washer, big washer. Okay, it's nothing special about it. It's just stop it scratching and hold the spring plate in position. That to one side, and now we can remove the pressure plate here, which is good. Nothing special about that. It just holds the bearings for the rotation, so keep that as it is, no need to disturb it. And now we're on to the big nut that I mentioned before. Hopefully you can see that. Not very good filming, but there you go. We'll come around there it is, and there's where they've, well, should have peened it over, but it doesn't look like the guy has done that who fitted it, so we have to correct that. Okay, so now I need to get I'm going to remove this shaft because it's in the way when it comes to taking the basket out. Let's get on with trying to remove the socket. So the tool fits in quite nicely. As you can see, where the pressure plate was, it's now in that location. So now we can get the 30mm socket, put it on. I've already loosened it because I didn't want to be embarrassingly trying to get it off when you're sat there waiting. So now it comes off quite nicely, but it holds the basket in position. So I can remove that now and take off the main nut. Important to keep all these things together, guys, so they go back in the right order. As you take them off, put them down in order, so we don't get lost when it comes to fitting everything again. So there's a nut, looking pretty ropey. I think someone's used the same nut that came off, whereas I always try and use the same one. Change it, sorry. It's a bit mashed up, even on the threads are knackered. So that's removed, and then you get the spring plates, which is what this acts on. So when this goes through here, it grabs the spring plates and it basically forces the pressure onto the basket to rotate. Okay, so let's move that and keep that in the same way it came off. Let's put it down there. Now we have access to the clutch basket itself, and this is where the bolts come into play. If I can find them. Right, here we go. So we're going to fit these so the clutch plates all stay in the same place, and I can examine them and see if they're all fitted correctly or not, which I'm suspecting no, judging by the first one, it's not correct. Here we have the bolts I was talking about, the M6 by 35mm in length, and we fit these into the basket here, and they line up all these clutch plates so they're easier to come out and stay where they are. So well worth buying those just for that reason. So I've just nipped these up gently, and then we can drag out the whole clutch basket in one go. As you'll see, here we come, all together, and we don't lose any. It's fantastic, great idea, no? Have a quick look inside the basket and see what health the basket's in. Looks like it's been chattering quite a bit, to be honest. I can see a lot of wear on the actual basket. You can probably even see it from there. Yeah, I'll have to have a look in the service guide and see if that is allowable, or whether I need to buy a new basket. It's not good. Okay, well, I'll go back to the specs and have a look. Meanwhile, I need to take this apart and see if it's all in the right order. Okay guys, I've been stripping down the plates, and as you can see, there's bluing here, right? This is where it's been basically dragging on the clutch. Not good at all. This is supposed to be a new clutch, just fitted, new clutch. Doesn't look like it, does it? So looks like I need a rebuild kit. Not what I had in mind, but it was worth splitting this down to have a look. If I didn't look, imagine just driving around with this, and it won't be long before the clutch burns out and I've got no clutch and stranded somewhere. So good time to dismantle it and have a look. Okay, well, I'll come back when I've got some new clutch plates. Apparently the clutch is screwed, so let's go for the handle grips instead. Just gonna remove these two screws and give me access to the throttle. Take the bar end off here. Already started loosening it. Take that off, and then we can get to the throttle cables. Now you can see it's revealed the throttle cables. So one is the return and one is the actual throttle. I think this one is the throttle one and this is the return. So you want to remove this with a little pick. Bit hard to do it with one hand on the phone, so I will take it off and then come back to you. It was a bit of a perseverance thing to get that top cable out. As you can see, it's bent back on itself. Probably easier to wind back the throttle to make it looser to come out. It did come out eventually, and the bottom one has come out. Now I need to fit the bottom one first and rotate it so it's engaged, and fit the top one last. We fit the bottom cable in the larger hole and then rotate it around like so until you can fit the top one in. Okay, so it's going to be a fiddly job, but once it's on, it'll all fit together nicely. The top one seemed to go back in its location much easier than taking it out, so that's a bit of a bonus. Now I just need to put this clamshell back together, and then we put the bar end on and we have a full action throttle, brand new. Looks much better than the moldy crap. I found it easier just to cut this one off with a knife rather than trying to fight with it pulling it off. Much easier. Just sliced it down the middle carefully, not to cut the actual handlebar, and yeah, on with the new one. It'll look nice and new again. So there we have it. Nice easy mod. Just undid the bar, slice that down the middle, take it off, slide the new one on, put the bar back in place. Nice new grips. Looks so much better than the shite that was on there. Same with the throttle. It's all done, back together. Right, now on to the next job. Today I'm going to continue with building up my clutch pack. As you can see, I've left the friction plates to soak in the engine oil for overnight, really, so they get a good soaking. Got to do this before you install the plates, otherwise you get the bluing, which is what happened to the clutch in the first place, thanks to the previous owner. So I've got that ready to go. There's the old clutch pack, and I'm going to build up that stack as it should be. And if you look at this, you can see it was actually built up correctly. It's just a shame they didn't put oil on the bloody thing. So if you see this one here is thicker between here and here. That is the first plate that goes on to the back, right? Actually, that's not correct. It's not correct at all. Yeah, sorry, my bad. Yeah, the first plate is the one that goes back towards the basket, and it should be smaller in diameter that goes over the spring plates and judder plates at the bottom. So that's correct. And then this one here should be thicker than these as well. So basically that's your main stack, and then these two are different. This one has a thinner diameter friction plate, and this one has wider friction grooves, right? So that has to be fit last in the back and should be clocked to here, and it's not, so they didn't do that bit right. Okay, and then I got the thrust washer that was missing. I also got like a little magnet kit to see if I can find it in the sump. Maybe it's in there, or not fitted at all, but I don't want it in the engine clattering around. And got a new nut, new nut to go on the end of the clutch, which has to be torqued to 128 Newton meters, I think it is. And I've got a torque wrench arriving today, so that'll be good. So I'm going to start fitting this up. Back at the bike, and I'm going to remove this clutch basket because I noticed that the oil chain at the back is slack as anything, like really slack. I think they're supposed to be fairly slack, but that one is crazy, so I may as well replace it while I'm here. So I'm going to take this basket out. To remove it, you've got to take the washer. Remember, this washer is here, and then there's a spacer in here, look, that has to come out, otherwise the basket will not come out at all, because it rests against this lug from the two crankcase halves going together. So that has to come out, otherwise the basket will not budge. And to carry on from that last piece, you have to take the roller bearing out as well, otherwise the hub will not get past the shaft. Found out the hard way yet again. So now I'm going to put that to one side, make sure the needle bearings don't fall out, and then to remove the chain, we just basically pull this off, which is quite simple. Change the chain over and push it back, that's it. So I'm going to crack on with that. Here we go. I'll put the basket back in position to make sure it's lined up with the drive cogs. Can't really see very well there, but it's lined up with the cogs. Now we're going to put the end plate, don't forget the washer, this washer here, and then put this end plate in position. And then the next important bit is the conical spring plate, which faces, nearly got it wrong, faces outwards, the conical. It should be obvious anyway, because if you don't, it won't fit in this recess, right? And then this is the next piece, but that's going to have to go onto the actual basket itself. Okay, so we're going to fill it up with plates now. So I've put the first inner friction plate in. This one is the thinner one. It's obvious which one that is compared to the rest. And then we're just going to build it up with friction plate, steel plate, friction plate, steel plate, friction plate, steel plate. And the steel plate, I'll just get one. The steel plate has a smooth, like a chamfered edge on it, and a sharp edge on the back. Put the sharp edge inboard and the nice smooth on the outboard, and just keep going until you come to the last friction pad, which is different than the rest. Once I'd stacked all these friction plates inside, I decided the best bet was to take them all out and stack them onto this and put the bolts in and then push it in. Much easier to do. My final step of this clutch rebuild was to torque the main nut in the center there of the clutch basket, and it's to 128 Newton meters. Is that correct? Yeah, 128 newton meters. So I've cracked that off using the tool to stop it rotating, and now it's seated perfectly how I wanted. Unfortunately, as I took the temporary case off, the little spring washer here fell right down the hole of my decking. So now I have to basically order one of those before I can put the bloody case back on. So unbelievable, but shit happens, right? A couple of pence washer has caused me to wait another day for rebuilding. So let's take this off. Now the washer inside, I need to stake it. So actually it doesn't look like it's down enough. So I'm gonna have to take this apart again and see why this nut is not far enough down the shaft. There should be at least a thread showing to knock this down, so something's wrong. After much faffage, as you can see, the nut is now to the end of the shaft, flush with the shaft, which is perfect. That's how it should be. If you notice down here, the back transmission cog there was catching this lug which joins the two halves together, where the bolt can come through there. So if it's touching that lug, it's too close and the basket is not far enough back. So after removing all the clutch pack again and the bolts, the bearing, the spacer, jiggle it around and it slots into position, and now there's a gap down there. Hopefully you can see it, the gap between the cog and the locating bolt there. So retorqued again, and now we can basically peen over this with a punch, and that's the clutch hopefully done. We can get round to putting everything else back together. I think the previous owner lost the other washer, not the wavy washer, but the other washer from here down into the pan. So I'm going to drain the rest of the oil and fish out the foreign objects in there. Hopefully at least that's one bit of progress.